Steele County Blades hockey with number 24 for the Blades, a defenseman out of Aberdeen, South Dakota, and a little bit of an interesting discussion here about how to pronounce your name. So let's go with what do you prefer? What do you go with?
We'll go with Jagr Wasem.
Okay, because I know Mom and Dad give a little different pronunciation to your first name with a little bit of a J, but people just know that name as Jagr, and you kind of go with it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Any interesting story behind being named Jagr or Jagr?
I have no idea.
No idea?
My dad's big into hockey, but they always said my mom came up with it. So.
All right. Now, Aberdeen, South Dakota, is that where you were born and grew up?
Yep, lived there my whole life. It's the first time I've been away. So.
Okay. How is that transition going for you, being away from home?
It was a little tough first couple weeks, but it's pretty fun now. I enjoy being away.
And now you're one of the guys that's attending high school at Owatonna?
I am.
Okay. And how is that going as far as, being a guy in a new place and getting to know people in town and your classmates?
That was quite a bit different. The school's a lot bigger than what I'm used to.
Okay.
But it's not too bad. Faring pretty well there. So.
Now, are you junior or senior?
I'm a senior.
Senior. Where will you officially graduate from? Will it be here or Aberdeen?
I'm going to graduate from Aberdeen.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, you want to do that at your hometown. What about your path to get here? How did you find out about the Blades? How did you end up coming here to this part of Minnesota to play?
Coach Nick was actually at our South Dakota State tournament a couple years ago. It was the first time I heard of the Blades. And then this past summer, I was at a NA camp, and after the camp, he contacted me. So.
All right. What's your hockey history? How'd you get started?
My dad started me skating when I was 2, and then I just took it up after that. I played all the way up.
Okay. How big is hockey in South Dakota? How popular? How many teams? How would you kind of rate it?
Well, compared to Minnesota, it's not really anything. We only have about 10 teams, and there's a few of them that are pretty good, but the majority is kind of mediocre.
Okay. Now, to only have and you're talking about for the state or for the state, so just not a lot of teams. Now, are they really high school based or are they more community based?
We don't go through the high school, so it's just separate associations in every town.
And what kind of travel do you do? Is it all in-state, or do you end up going to some other places in order to get in a number of games during a South Dakota season?
We usually have a couple out-of-state tournaments, and then this year they just added Sioux City and Fremont, Nebraska to the South Dakota State League. So.
All right. Did you play other sports as well growing up?
I played golf and baseball when I was growing up, but I gave them both up in high school.
All right. Well, golf is something you could pick up again, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it's always fun to play.
Not that even baseball. I mean, there's lots of leagues out there to do some baseball as well. Now, as far as transitioning to junior hockey then, from what you played last season, how are you feeling on the ice? How is the physical part of it? How is it all coming together for you?
It's a lot more faster and a lot more physical, but I enjoy playing at that higher level.
What are some things you've learned about the game in the half a season or whatever we're up to right now? What have you learned about how to play well from the beginning of the season that you're already getting better at, you feel?
You just really got to communicate with everybody and know what you're going to do with the puck right away. Can't hesitate.
What do you look at as the strengths of this team?
I think we're all pretty close. We have a lot of speed and skill on the forward end. And defensively, I think everybody's pretty solid too.
Who do you like playing against? Which teams are the Blades developing some nice rivalries with?
Well, I feel like we're pretty big rivals against Forest Lake, but personally myself, I felt like I always played really good in the Chicago games.
Okay. Oh, now you're going to be playing in Chicago. I mean, the team's going to have a showcase there. You go off to New England after that. How are you liking the travel? What do you look forward to when it comes to that part of being away from what your new home is here in Owatonna?
I think it's really fun because back on the high school team, we never took a bus or anything, so it's cool to be with the boys and all that stuff.
Okay. And as far as your long-term goals, what are you hoping to do in the way of hockey and even education, even as you're still a high schooler right now? But what are your goals?
Hopefully just to advance up through junior hockey, and then at the end of my career, I think I'd like to go to a tech school in South Dakota.
Okay. As far as things you're doing here in town, community things, what are you doing? What are you enjoying as far as reaching out to the community and doing some things to give back to the community?
We've been doing some bell ringing and skating with younger kids, and I like getting out there and skating with the younger kids because they look up to you and you can always help them out with something.
All right. Now, growing up, did you have some people in particular you looked up to and that helped make your decision to pursue hockey and get serious about it?
Yeah, there was always a couple high school kids that my dad coached that I liked to hang around with when I was younger. And then once we got a junior team in my hometown, we billeted, and so I
very cool.
looked up to those pagers.
Oh, wow. All right. And that's which team is that?
The Aberdeen Wings,
Okay. Which league is that?
the NAHL.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, Jagr Wasem. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right. Well, if that works, that sounds great. Defenseman for the Blades. Good luck on the season.
Thank you.